Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Comic Obscura. I am your host, JW, and today we are going to be looking at Toxic Tommy, number 1. It's an actual one-shot, even though it doesn't say it in the cover. Mystery Graphics Press. It's for mature readers. I found this one, I want to say about a year or so ago on eBay. I've actually never heard of it before I found it. I was going through eBay and I just happened to see that cover. I mean, Toxic Tommy. How could I not buy it, right? Love this cover. You got the axe, double barrel shotgun, dude's wearing a leather vest, blue jeans, shoes, really to do some butt kicking. Right, so let's go ahead and get started. I will say ahead of time, I really don't have any information on this comic other than having the comic itself. I had no luck looking up the creators. If I do find some information, I will post it, make a video perhaps. If any of you watching this episode know about Toxic Tommy, please let me know. I really am curious to know more about this pretty cool book. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open it up. All right. This is a one-shot. It's published December 1992. So this is around the time I believe Evil Ernie was pretty popular. Lady Death was a prominent character in Evil Ernie. 92, I think she might have started getting her own series. She actually became more popular than Evil Ernie. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know. So we have Cronenberg University. Cool. Horror reference already to the great director David Cronenberg. Okay. We got a good shot of Toxic Tommy with his axe. The air is full of sounds, laughter, music, and mayhem. Guns N' Roses, Ugly Kid Joe, and REM belt from the speakers, obscenities, burps, and battle cries. Belch from the Fraternity Brothers. Even at the wildest parties, I don't know if they would be playing 3 different artists at the same time, but hey, what do I know? Combined with the smell of stale beer, it provides excellent cover for the horror about to invade the most popular frat party of the season. The initiation celebration is about to receive an uninvited guest, Toxic Tommy, and he is pissed. Right? First of all, love the art. Now, as you guys know, I'm a member of the Power Comics community of the group on Facebook. I would file this more under independent. Wouldn't say, I would not really, I don't know if I could consider this Power comic, but look at the art. It's very, very, very good. Very crisp black and white art. Next page. We got this dude coming out, and already on the second page, they're showing you why they said mature readers. Shit, fuck, the toilets took. Guess I gotta take a squirt outside. Okay, I have never heard to taking a leak as a squirt, but okay, maybe I don't get out much. So this frat boy comes out to take a leak, and behind him, not exactly a surprise attack. He literally shows up behind him, and the guy is saying just me and nature, watering the shrubs, and Tommy pretty much shows up and says, "You're not alone." Dude turns around and right in the freaking chest, scrunch. Okay, so he takes care of that dude. Here's somebody calling for Bobby, so he takes cover. As you can see, I guess he touched Bobby after he killed him or something. and you see like smoke and stuff. I mean, he's Toxic Tommy. I guess his touch is. Oh wait, no, he's touching him with his hand. Sorry, it's hard to see with the word balloon. Now I have read this, but it's been a while. But yeah, he's touching him with his hand. It's not enough that he buried the axe in this dude's chest. He's like melting his body by touching his face. So I guess this is let's see. Come on, honey, what you need, tweezers? Okay, so Bobby's girlfriend comes out and she likes to curse too. All right, next page. All right. How about a big kiss, dear? Kind of weird. I guess different camera angle anyway. He kisses, Toxic Tommy kisses Bobby's girlfriend and melts her face. And of course, somebody else comes out. He hides. You will all die, all you responsible for my death, my hideous, undying fate, my pain. A little bit over dramatic, but I get it. Right here, bitter, horrifying memories of just 1 week ago. So he became Toxic Tommy due to things that happened a week ago. Basically, him and his buddy Brian want to pledge Delta House. Normally with these fraternities, it's like Tri Beta Beta or something like that. They're just referring to it as Delta House. Okay. So, they go in there, they meet the guys. They call I guess the head of the fraternity, they call him the High Dragon. So he takes them up to the High Dragon. Turn the page. High Dragon. Guess they caught the High Dragon in the middle of a menage a trois. And he's got you freaking. So he's mad. But then he takes him down and, well, you pledges have done exceptionally well. The High Dragon and the fraternity are very pleased with you. But there is one last task you must perform to become one of us. You must drink from the dreaded dragon spew. Okay. Spew? Like in vomit? So Brian tells Tommy, you first, Tommy. I don't think I'm going to like this. So immediate reaction where Tommy's yelling, Yarg! Looks like his face is already starting to melt. Turn it. So you guys can see the High Dragon and his people seem very surprised. And you see the results of drinking the spew. And it looks like Tommy's ripping his own face off too. That was then, this was now. That was alive, this is dead. So, they never really show, if I remember correctly, they don't really show him like, coming out of the morgue or anything. So he keeps talking about he's dead, but besides this flashback, they don't really show any scenes in a morgue or him busting out of a grave that I recall. All right, so back to the frat party where his buddy Brian is not happy. Oh, okay. They don't show it, but as a mention, today I find out his body is missing from the morgue. Okay. So they did mention it. They didn't show it, but they did mention it. So Brian's with his girl. He hears a scream and a flying frat boy through the window. And it looks like Tommy's using the axe again. All right. All of a sudden, out the window comes Toxic Tommy. Party's over. Time to die. All right. Next page. Whoa. Pulls a Highlander on that dude. Takes his head off. Clean off. I like that. Now, because this is a black and white comic and you have like black background, they kind of shadowed it out and the blood is black. It's kind of hard to make it out, but it's probably hard from what you guys are seeing, but it's actually not bad. For some reason, they kind of look like there is like a distinct difference between the two patterns. So you can actually still see that it's blood. That's kind of interesting. Wonder how they did that. Flying frat boy head. Tommy starts melting people by touching their faces. And Brian recognizes him. Oh my God, Tommy, you're alive. And of course, Tommy punches this dude right in the gut. Now, it's obviously not Brian, but the way they kind of went from this face to this, at first I remember thinking I thought it was Brian that he punched in the stomach. You know, you guys ever seen that movie Kung Pao, Wave the Fist? And murdered by the fraternity brothers. In his confused mind, twisted and warped by toxic waste, Tommy views this as justice, an eye for an eye. So basically, he gets stabbed in the back. Whoa, boy, they really going for the violence. Grab this guy's nads and he's like melting dude's testes. Now that's a rough way to go. It's like, hey, dude, why don't you just use the axe instead, right? Okay, here we go. All right, and the high dragon leader of the fraternities come out with a double barrel shotgun. Blam, shoots Tommy right in the face. Doesn't really do nothing. Tommy then turns the shotgun on him and blows his guts out. Ah, Brian, how nice of you to make it to your own funeral. Tommy, no, please let me explain. I'm assuming he suspects Brian since Brian said, hey, dude, you drink first. All right. Explain what? Why you've turned traitor, sticking up for my killers? But they didn't do it, Tommy. The frat brothers are innocent. Basically, he explains to him that the frat brothers and him had nothing to do with it. It was a young med student who was angry with the frat, confessed to adding the toxic waste. Tommy says, you lie. But Tommy, it's all horribly true. So Brian's girl backs him up, and they basically explain to Tommy, and Toxic Tommy realizes that he's killed innocent people. No, what have I done? What have I become? Self-awareness moment. The dialogues, I like it because I'm a huge B-movie horror fan, and I'm digging this. I mean, yeah, it's not Shakespeare, but I dig it. Anyways, Tommy realizes he's wrong. And then he hears a disembodied voice. We're not dead yet, Tommy. What? Turns around. All his victims apparently have come back, and they want their revenge on Tommy. So Tommy starts using the shotgun. He's hitting them, but it's not doing any good because they're dead. Now, right here, Robin, run. He's losing it. Aren't you coming? No, I must try to stop this madness. Oh, I forgot this part. Who is he talking to? So they're referring to the fact that it's only Tommy that can see them. So they seem to grab a hold of Tommy. All right. He gets his heart pulled out by one of his victims. And it says his heart stops, lungs collapse, his neural system shuts down. So Tommy, body and mind ceases to function, and his body drops motionless to the floor. Tommy, no pulse, no heartbeat. Shouldn't be a surprise. Dude looks like a zombie. 4 days later, Cronenberg Cemetery. I'm assuming huge David Cronenberg fans here. Brian, let's leave here, please. I need to say goodbye, Robin. You paid the highest price for revenge, Thomas Andrews. May you rest in peace. Okay, they said it was a one-shot, but right here, there's a blurb. The end? Certainly not. Toxic Tommy, The Resurrection, coming your way in June 1993. Far as I know, they never did another comic series or anything with Toxic Tommy. I can't find any information on the company. Okay, I've actually never heard of this comic, and I have collected some obscure stuff, specifically from the 90s. I've never heard of Toxic Tommy before I found it on eBay. Now, here is a ad for Razor. If you look, this Razor ad is J.O. Barr. James O'Barr, the creator of Crow. That's cool. London Night Studios. That was, I believe, the original company that published Razor. There's a backup story called Rigor Mortis, and it's pretty much has to do with like ghouly morticians or something. It's a preacher awaits his next confession, and he's listening to the confession. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned again. It is you again, my child. I have been praying for you. Please confess to me and cleanse your soul. Your prayers cannot help me, but I thank you regardless of that fact. I just don't know how much longer I can continue to do this. Death does not frighten me, my son. I am ready to face the Lord at any time. You are told, before you told me how you were forced to kill people. Is that still occurring? You remember that. It's unfortunate. They find this out, they will come for you as well. Okay, and that's when he says death doesn't frighten him. Interesting. So what does this guy do? Thank you for listening to me. Believed to be insane. Interesting. I guess he, interesting. I guess he's like the forces of evil or something are having him. Oh, okay. He's basically, oh, wow. Talk about like raising heck on earth. Good Lord. Let's get this over quickly. He gets a name of who he's supposed to death. I guess kind of a demented version of a Grim Reaper, sort of. Let me see here. I've never read this backup story. I forgot there was a backup story. Man, I love this art. Oh, okay, yeah. Right. Okay, so he's like a Grim Reaper, and she's pregnant. She says, my baby hasn't been born. I will tell you, but you must understand your life cannot be spared. Today, Caroline, you are to die. I don't understand. You look like a demon, yet you cry like a human. What are you? Free yourself, you mortal bonds, and I shall take you on a journey. There you will have your answers. Oh, because he's basically a Grim Reaper. Okay, that's cool. Man, this is like some really good art. So he takes her. The baby. So what happens to the baby? Interesting. I'm gonna have to definitely read this one, but the way they did it really doesn't say, okay, this lady was pregnant, he takes her to the afterlife, victims. Interesting. Does the baby just get left there? Oh wow, that's kind of messed up, dude. All right, last page here we have back issues of some of their other comics: Scream Queen, Midnight Screams, Highborn, and of course Toxic Tommy. Never heard of any of these. I'm gonna have to keep doing some research. Back issues. Mystery Graphics Press. All right, Mystery Graphics. It's an ad for Highborn and Toxic Tommy 1. Coming from November. So that is Toxic Tommy 1, one-shot comic. Now, like I said, as far as I know, there isn't any more information I've been able to find out. If you guys hear anything or see anything, please let me know. I really want to know the backstory behind this company and Toxic Tommy. That's all for this episode. I'll see you guys next time on Comic Obscura. Later.